You stole a bit of my thunder because I was going to thank Seamus McBride and invite him up here, but I will do that in a minute. I will still do that. But thank you, and I'm almost past Commodore. This is my second year, and I end up at the end of this year. And it's been a great pleasure to be part of this, the club, and be part of this event. And I want to thank you all for coming once again. I'm going to keep this very short, very sweet, and I'm just going to pass it over to Seamus. As you probably know, Bacardi has been a long-standing supporter of sailing in Bermuda. We really appreciate their work and their efforts, and without them we wouldn't have this fantastic venue for our welcoming cocktail parties. And we really appreciate all the hard work and the dedication to sailing. Thank you, Seamus.
Don't worry about the large piece of paper. I will keep this very short. On behalf of Bacardi, I also want to welcome Lady Gosney, and hopefully His Excellency the Governor arrives shortly. Deputy Governor David Arkley, who I last was there, was helping me at the bar earlier. Minister of Tourism, Patrice Miners, who we've had the pleasure of meeting and trying to work out some opportunities together on the island. The US Consul Grace Shelton, who I had the privilege of joining for her great celebration during the middle of the year in the summer at her place, and Charles Gosling. Now, I haven't seen Charles, but he is a regular visitor to Bacardi. So, for those of you that haven't been here before, this is our global headquarters. Yes, we literally run everything around the Bacardi world from here. We're in more than 100 markets. We're the largest privately owned spirits company, and we moved here nearly 50 years ago when the family was exiled from Cuba in 1961. There's a huge story to be told inside Cuba, outside of Cuba, and hopefully for the future. I'm in charge of the future, so hopefully there's a huge story to be told there. But this is our world headquarters, and welcome to all of you here. This for us is the start of a very exciting week. It's a very established competition. The history goes well beyond its life just in Bermuda. We welcome sailors from around the world, some of the best sailors in the world. And on Bermuda there is a real sense of tradition that we attach to this race because it fits very much with the seafaring lifestyle of Bermudians. And I use that word tradition purposefully because at Bacardi we also have a huge sense of tradition. On February the 4th of next year we celebrate 150 years. So on February the 4th, 1862, Don Facundo Bacardi Basso in Santiago de Cuba started his company and invented a drink that was to become world famous, world leading, the white rum, that allowed cocktails to grow and to flourish from there. Most of the cocktails in the world stem from white rum. We proudly own the trademarks, the histories, and the recipes to many of the world's most famous cocktails. And certainly we will be celebrating our 150th next February the 4th.
Now, I'd now like to thank the Department of Tourism and their continued sponsorship for this wonderful event, which they're one of our original sponsors, obviously, for the event. And I'd like to introduce the Minister of Tourism, the Honourable Patrice Miners, and PJP.
Welcome those of you who have traveled from afar. I believe 14 countries in total to come to this beautiful island, and I welcome you to Bermuda. I hope that over the next seven days you'll have the roughness of the seas to make it exciting for you, as I know that that's what makes it a great challenge. So thank you also to yourselves for your role in playing in this significant event, which has become a standard for Bermuda. Given the fact that we are an island surrounded by water, what better event that we could have to recognize us as a destination for you to participate in this outstanding sport. What I noticed is quite interesting. I mean, mind you, I got a Argo Cup 101 as I stood here earlier. I think I did pretty good and having a great appreciation as to the sport in and of itself. I guess those that will be participating in the youth event are at another event, right? They couldn't really participate in a Bacardi-sponsored event, so they're at one where other beverages may be served. But in any event, that's quite encouraging that we have an event for them as well, because getting them involved and giving them the exposure, I believe some 16 countries have come here as well, we will see ourselves preparing the way for those that who move up to this stage and go on to participate in the likes of the America's Cup and all, and going on. So you know, I really did good in my 101. But with that said, the Department of Tourism, we have to spread our wings, and we're most pleased to have associated ourselves through sponsorship of this event in the past and in the present and in the years to come. So I thank you. I pray that you'll have a most enjoyable and productive 7 days of sportsmanship and enjoying Bermuda and all Bermuda has to offer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Seamus McBride, for hosting this lovely event and this beautiful evening, and for holding off the rain. On behalf of Mark Watson and the entire management team at Argo Group, I'd like to thank the organizing committee led by Commodore Peter Shrub, and his team for all they do to make this such a wonderful event. We're very pleased once again to be the title sponsor of the Argo Group Gold Cup and to support the World Match Racing Tour in bringing world-class sailing event to Bermuda. We're particularly pleased to see so many of the leading tour skippers return to demonstrate their skills in Hamilton Harbor in the lovely International One designs. We'll miss last year's champion, but I'm sure you'll all join me in sending our good wishes to Ben as he prepares for next year's Olympic Games. We look forward to seeing some exciting match racing, and we hope you'll enjoy the competition. We also encourage you to enjoy the Family Festival of Sail on the final day of this event. From all of us at Argo Group, we wish you fair winds and fair sailing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What's going to change the clothes and go?
Waiting for the governor.
Thank you.